welcome back to my channel. This is the ML Scholar, and as promised, more news is here about the new race monster, and I am covering this news and I'm bringing it right at you. So guess what? The new race monster's name is Mop. Yes, Mop. I think it perfectly matches with him, his style, his aesthetic, whatever. I hate it, you hate it, and everyone hates it, but whatever, we'll move on. So Mop and So Sam used to be a great team which wiped out all of their enemies, but one day they got into a feat. I think that was supposed to be a fight that ended with Mop wiping out Soap Sam and stealing all of his powers. Now, if you do not know who Soap Sam is a epic monster who is in the water category. So if you want to go check him out, he will be in the monster books in the water category. So go check him out. He's not that special. He's not that great. Now, moving on, Soap Sam is weak and a miserable creature, while Mop is pretty much unstoppable. I doubt it, but whatever. And then we have the Grand Prix. A new Grand Prix has started and there is a timed challenge running at the same time. Complete laps to get the grand prize and get rewards in the challenge too. This time the grand prize is obviously Mop, an uncontrollable attacker. His skill sets include high damage moves with several torture, stun, and daze. He can buff himself with double damage and double life while he has a damage mirror. So Mop has an evolving trait. He'll be hardened at rank 0, and at rank 3 he gains a self-precision status caster, and at rank 5 he will have the immune to control. Nothing too special about that except he will have immunity to control at rank 5, which I think most teams won't be able to get because obviously rank 5 is reserved only for the very top team in the Grand Prix. So yeah. Then we have his skills. Now we have humorous phrases that deals low physical damage to one enemy. Moving on, we have funny faces that deals more external damage to one enemy. Then we have Buzz Gets the Boots, removes positive status effects from one enemy, applies stun and shock to one enemy, requires cooldown. None of those three skills are special, so we'll move right on without discussing them. Then we have Galloping Gaucho, whatever that's called, deals more special damage to one enemy and applies quicksand to one enemy, gets one extra turn to itself. Now this is a move that I would recommend running. Now this gives a extra turn to yourself and applies quicksand. You could use this to counter monsters with the area dodge trait, but I think there is a better skill down below that you should be running to counter area dodge monsters. Then we have Blunt Sword that deals more than damage to all enemies and 50% chance of applying stun and shock to all enemies. Now remember, he will apply precision to himself at rank 3. So if you're gonna get him at rank 3, this will be a 100% chance of applying stun and shock to all of the enemies, ignoring all of their traits, etc. Then we have Fiddlesticks that deals massive thunder damage to one enemy, applies daze to one enemy, requires cooldown. So yeah, single target attack. I think it will be a 60 or 70 damage move. I don't know, we'll see when all of the stats are out. Then we have Dizzy Dishes that deals moderate thunder damage to all of the enemies, applies daze to all enemies. So this is a great move for an attacker because it deals daze, and obviously daze will reduce the accuracy of the attacking team, and that's good for you. Then we have Feline Follies that deals heavy special damage to one enemy and applies bleed to one enemy, again a single damage with the torture effect. Then we have I Eats Me Spinach, applies double damage and double the maximum life of itself, and applies damage mirror and taunt to itself. So this is a move that I would definitely recommend running because it applies double damage and doubles your life, and obviously applies damage mirror and taunt to yourself. So he could potentially be a tank, and I think this monster has the potential to be a denier as well, a very simple one but a denier nonetheless because he has an AoE stun move coming down below. Then we have Sinking in a Bathtub, which deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies quicksand in an enemy, and deals more special damage to all of the enemies, applies shock to all enemies, requires cooldown. Now this is the move I was talking about that you could use to counter the area dodge monsters like Rimlad, O'Reilly, Helguden, and any other area dodge monster that will come out in the future. Then we have Just Your Way that applies stun to all enemies, applies shock to all enemies. Now this is the move that gives him a denier kind of potential, but a lot of monsters either have the Bulwark, Hardened, Tough, or either immunity to stun, so I wouldn't recommend running him as a denier. Obviously the main purpose of using this monster will be a thunder attacker, and if his attack stat is great, so I think he has potential to be a good monster. But seeing all of the skills, I'm not too impressed. I was really expecting some amazing skills with an amazing trait, but right now I am just disappointed in this monster, and I am praying that Social Point does something and improves this monster because a lot of people use a lot of gems in the races, and this is not the monster that they would be expecting to get. But then we have the ultimate, which deals very heavy thunder damage to all enemies, applies mega stun and shock and quicksand to all enemies. So yeah, that's a very good ultimate, but obviously you have a very low chance of triggering the ultimate. So yeah, that's it for all of his skills. Then we have some more news. We'll be having the team wars about the limited time book, and you'll need 2 monsters from the limited time book and 1 legendary monster of your choice. Then we have collectors monster week, where you'll be able to collect monsters from the undead books, and if you want to get any of the monsters, this will be your time. And there will be also a boost by watching videos and of hatching times. Then we have Undead and Underworld wars. A new special team wars event has started. Fight wars for Underworld and Undead monsters. So yeah, that's it for the video. I want your guys' opinions and comments down in the comments about the new race monster, and what are your opinions of him. I personally do not like him. His design is horrible, number 1. His skills are not that great, number 2, and I think his stats will be okay in my opinion. So I think a lot of teams will be discouraged going after this monster. Only those who have a lot of excess gems and players who want to spend all of that money to get this monster, they'll be going for him at a higher rank. I don't know what my team will decide after seeing all of this monster. Obviously we went for Lyterium rank 4, but this monster I don't think we'll be going for beyond rank 3, because rank 4 is just basically an update in his stats, and you really don't need that at this point, unless you are going to get him at rank 5, which in my opinion is pretty hard, because only one team does that. And if you have the extra elementium, if you have the extra elemental cells, you could potentially go for this monster and get him at rank 5, or you could get these cells from the chest that will be available, or from the reward section. So yeah, that's it. And as soon as more information is about the race or any of the other new events, you can count on me to deliver the news to you as soon as possible. Another thing that I would like to remind you all, that all of this news was taken from Discord, and obviously this is unofficial news, so Social Point could change this at any given point in time. I will link the Discord down below, and you could go check out these guys' server. They are awesome. They always bring the best news, and most of it is accurate. So yeah, that's it for the video. Click on the subscribe button and smash that like button to show your appreciation. It really helps me out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Peace out.